Hello everybody, my name's Flairblitz here, and we have returned back to our playthrough of Boogie Man. Now, we have done 3 bad endings so far. We have done the bad ending where David dies and Sophie survives, and then there's another ending where Sophie dies and David survives, and then we've also done the baddest ending where both Sophie and David die. But now we're going to do the ending in which both of them survive. So let us commence with this and let us tackle this with utmost efficiency. So let us not, this time around, let us not get eaten by the dogs. Let us try and remain as damage free as possible, although there might be a small cock up like that one where we will get damaged, but as long as our health does not drop below 40 we are good, because if a health bar goes red that means Sophie will die, and we don't want that. We want our lovely protagonists to keep living. Watch me and my playthroughs, you know, I kind of grow a little bit of an emotional bond with the character when I play with him for a certain amount of time. So it's not like Hiroshi from Ao Oni or the character from It Moves. It's when you play with him time and time again, you sort of grow like a bond with him in a certain sense, if you get what I mean. Hello?
Stop it already! Please, stay away!
Yeah, stay away!
No!
Don't do it!
Huh?
But non-aggressive. My theory is that the Sandman saved Sophie.
What?
Let's watch through this actually. Sophie!
David! Mr. Keith!
Dogs? Sophie, what happened in here?
That man locked me in here. He sicked those dogs on me.
Yeah, it's hard to believe by looking at them.
Sicked them? They look asleep to me.
No! They were just up and attacking me. Then all of a sudden they fell asleep. It was really sudden.
Yeah, very sudden.
Yeah, they fell asleep so quickly, as if...
Mr. Keith has got something to say to you, Sophie. Oh!
Keith?
What were you thinking? Can you even imagine how much you worried your father, you idiot?
I just wanted to find Helena.
But...
Don't give me excuses. I told you not to leave that room. Why don't you do what?
Why do you do what I tell you? Why don't you do what I tell you?
Keith?
Stand up. Told me you'll never do anything to make your father cry again.
Say it!
Say it.
I'll never do it again.
Let's go back.
Sophie! Oh, thank God. Keith, David, thank you so much. Sophie, why did you leave the room?
I went to look for Helena. I was just really worried.
But...
And how worried was I when you were gone? Please, don't leave without telling me again.
Mr. Keith! I'm sorry. Thank you for coming to find me.
Don't take your eye off that brat, Richard. She'll be the death of your daughter.
David.
Oh dear.
Why don't you do what I tell you to?
Okay, we're not going to go through that part again. We've seen that part more than enough times already, so let's commence with this. We're going to do that one. Okay, so our first protocol is to go over here.
David, let me ask a favor.
My neck's gonna break.
Hey, quit shaking. Don't you work out at all?
No.
Why are you trying to get up there anyway?
That big-headed freak. He's always vanishing when there's no way out, and appearing from nowhere too. He's clearly using routes we don't know about. I
Definitely.
need to learn more about them. This wall's been painted over, so I'm sure there's a path up ahead.
That doesn't explain using me as a footstool. Climb up there and get your weight off my shoulders.
Plans could have worked, but I wouldn't push a wounded guy. And for your information, only 3% of that weight is fat.
Boo.
So excuse you.
Unless you're fatter, then the percentage is slightly higher.
Toss me your lighter.
Yeah, toss me the lighter. Excellent.
I'll look ahead. Don't move from that spot. Shout for me if anything happens.
Something just occurred to me. We begin all these clues around the entire vicinity of the game where, like, you can do extra quests or... No, not quests, like extra things in order to help you along with the game. So, for example, where it said what does Boogie mean, and then we had to input some sort of code in order to save Lance in that operation thing. And then when it came to saving Sophie and Richard, there was that panel behind them as well. And then I don't know anything about no, Shirley, or if there's any hypothetical routes there as well. Crumpled balls of paper. Don't worry about that. Good. Do not do that. Dick.
Dick?
Yeah. Why is his information here? He knows something about the castle. He and the Boogie Man must somehow be related. Shut up, phone! No, this is all in my head. Something takes to the corpse. A rustic key. Excellent. Need that for later on. In case if we need to save David, which is obviously we need to save David later on. But it's all good having knowledge. Remember, knowledge can bring great power. And other things, besides power. Seriously.
Thanks for the letter.
Thanks for the light to David.
There was another corpse. I think one of the servants. Been dead a few months.
A few months? Isn't that kind of odd?
This whole place is.
Yeah, it is. It's not like he got stuck there and couldn't get out. He was clearly murdered with a knife. What a ridiculous place. I never wanted to come somewhere so shady.
I know.
What about it is shady?
Everything.
Since when are there castles in this country? I thought something was up the moment my boss told me about the castle tour.
Since when are the castles in this country? Yeah.
Then I found out it's the mansion of some European guy from the colonial era. It's got a history of Native American persecution to boot. You can't open this kind of place to the public.
Nope.
You wouldn't get a tourist trap, you'd get a lawsuit. The tribes that got persecuted here are still around. What was that Brendan guy even thinking? Guess we'll never know now.
Nope, not at all. He's just long gone.
If you were suspicious, then why did you come?
Because Helena
Because
wanted
Helena
to.
wanted to.
Helena.
Had I known it was this bad, no way. I wouldn't want her to learn this kind of bloody history. With a month off, I could have taken her anywhere, but I chose here. And then this happens.
Yep.
So,
Utterly
it was for
bad.
Helena. You never seemed to pay her much mind, so I thought you didn't even like her, honestly.
I wanted to pay her more attention, but I couldn't. My subordinate kept calling so much, I couldn't catch a break.
Well, if he's your subordinate, couldn't you choose to ignore your subordinate in the first place? I mean, you're the subordinate superior.
Detectives have it rough. But they're still cool, though.
Yeah.
I'm on vacation, so I'm just a plain old guy right now. Come on, let's go.
Plain old guy. Yeah, plain old guy. Oh, I'm not going to go back up there again. I've had enough of excavating around the undergrounds. Right. Excuse me. next thing we need to do is to find ourselves. Oh, hello. So
What is it?
Something's wrong.
Really?
What would that be?
He's not the boogeyman.
Really?
Don't forget, David.
Right.
Good going. Finding that girl?
Finding people is kind of my job.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay, we don't need to go in there. Place is still a mystery. Okay. So, put this way, and then down. I've played this game enough times now to should be able to know the schematics of it, so I know exactly where to go. Well, particularly this ending part of the game. Everywhere else past that will probably still be a mystery to me. Anyways, let's just go and seek out the place. But first of all, we're going to unlock this first with the rustic key. Hello. It leads down into the waterway. Here though, you can't go with David into room. No, you can't go with David into room with corpses. I was about to say you can't go into David. Yeah, I'm proving myself right there. You can't go into, or in. Well, you can't go into, but you can go inside. But then again, I keep using it at the same time. Yeah, but surely there's got to be something in this room. I mean, this room has really served no purpose whatsoever. So the water is running from over there. Water pulls out in the well, filling the the depression in the room. Surely there's got to be something else in this room. Will I try closing the valve and then seeing if there's anything in there? I've never tried that before. Okay, so there's over here an open valve. Tighten the valve. I wonder if there's any mysteries in here, in there. Because not only does it stop the fountain from pouring out from above. Ah, so there is something after all. There's a hole there. Water fills the depression in the floor. But what does that mean? Surely there's got to be something in here. I'm checking every cranny to eliminate any possibilities. I know that. I think I'm just wasting my time in here, but I'd just like to make sure first. I thought something happened there, but I just realised I didn't press the right arrow key. I knew that. Or perhaps we needed to get another item at first in order to proceed through the water. I wonder if that is a quicker way of getting over there. I don't know. Anywho's. Hello?
Keith, are you going in there?
Can't I?
Well,
Don't tell me you're afraid.
when I was a kid, this wild dog chased me around for like an hour.
For such a big guy, you're really a wizard.
Oh, don't be mean, Keith. If Sophie died, you'd have said something else entirely. Like, you're right. Or, what was the other? Oh, well. Oh, I have to investigate the door in order for the boogeyman to speak.
You're more heartless than I thought, David.
Really?
Is he behind there?
Don't mind him. Let's go.
Your mother's crying. Can't you hear? Why?
Calm down. Don't listen to him.
David, doesn't it hurt? Or do you feel relieved?
Let go. I won't let him.
Settle down. Don't open that door.
Let go!
You stupid brat! You don't listen to a word, do you? Never listens, never learns. Must have put your old man through a lot of trouble.
What's that?
I said your father must have had it real hard with you. Jumping into danger alone, following when I tell you to stay. If that's not being a brat, I don't know what is.
Say that one more time.
So it's not just your eyes that are busted, but your ears too? Or is it your head to blame? Getting riled up over every little thing. Think punching me will calm you down? Then go ahead.
Go ahead, David. Punch him.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go to the unknown. I know. Let us chop it down with an axe. Now shuffle to the left. If we don't shuffle, we would have just died. Because everything would have gone through our heads. Hello? You prefer to see him dying a painful death? No, I do not. I really do not. I am a saviour of people. Apart from Brendan and those servants. Good. Safety first. A bloody fire axe. Why do we need a fire axe when we've got a key? Hey.
Hey there, David. What are you looking up at? Look down below.
David!
Ah, I've finally got you snared. Killing you would put me at a big advantage. A critical hit to the detective. Oh, this is getting good.
Don't try and intimidate me like that, Boogie Man. Break the window. Now let us go. Okay, we need to avoid the puddles at all costs. We cannot go into any of the puddles. Otherwise that will mean certain death. There we go. Now I wonder if this is going to be a quicker way to get to the destination. If not, then my assumption is wrong, and then I'm just going to go through the normal way. Okay, so through here? No, I can't go through there, damn it. I thought I'd be able to go through the hole and then able to go through the sewers. Yeah, let's go for. Hello, let's get it. For the safety of ourselves, Tao shall lead the way to protection. That makes no sense. But first, we need to wear the towel. It'll be useless if it's just in our inventory. Hello. Boom. Not much is done. Nope, obviously there won't be anything there. Okay, so my assumption about that hole was wrong. Hello? We made it! Is he starting to see hallucinations now, Keith is?
Keith!
Keith! Boom! Ouch.
You okay?
Yeah, I guess. But I think I got a bump on my head just now.
Good.
Good. You go back to the room. If this happens again, I can't afford to save you.
Sorry. It's my own stupidity to blame.
That's not the problem. If anything happens to you, I'm the one left with a crying Shirley.
Yeah.
Isn't there anyone who'd cry for you?
No.
Maybe not anymore.
Huh?
Still want to tag along?
Yeah.
Do what you like. I'm exhausted.
I'm sure you are. Gas is leaking from the other room. It's dangerous to enter. Precisely. What is with that? What are you doing, Keith? What's making you stop? Yeah, again. Are you suffering, Keith Barry? Oh, again with that. Why are you doing it? That is not part of a program. Ugh. Da 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 da. Uh-oh. Hmm?
Keith, let's rest a little. If you don't take a break, you're going to...
Shut up. This isn't the time.
I'm tired, okay? Let me rest. Or are you gonna drag around an exhausted citizen, detective?
Lend me your lighter. We've got one smoke to rest.
The heck is that guy anyway? How does he know about my mom? And Shirley's past? It's really disturbing.
Because he hides in your closet, David.
David, did you celebrate your birthday with Shirley last month? Or was it with Paul and Marion?
Oh, I scheduled a meal with Shirley, then celebrated with Paul and Marion the other...
Oh dear.
Huh. Did I ever tell you my friends' names?
Sorry about your mother. Brain tumors are like a landmine. One misstep means trouble. But I guess they don't teach you how to dodge landmines in flight school, huh?
What?
Oh, and you want to toughen your stomach for anchovies and liver. I mean, unless you want younger girls thinking that's cute or whatever.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Keep this between us. But working as a detective for 15 years, you get to know stuff. Like what someone's done in the past, just by looking at their faces. Maybe that big-headed freak is the same way.
Hmm?
You're kidding, right?
You think I'm kidding? You're a real sucker. Take care you don't get swindled someday.
What's this about? What do you know all about me?
You were taken to the police after the incident with your mother. Remember the detective who questioned you?
I was pretty dazed at the time, so I don't really remember. But it wasn't you, was it?
It was your subordinate.
Eric Simpson, my subordinate. It was only an attempted crime, so he was the only one to handle you. And you know, he's got a real messy desk. He lets case files and the like pile up so high they even topple over onto my desk. I saw some files on you among them. Your history, your family, that kind of info. And your mother's diagnosis. Oh, and the ones who verified your identity were your friends Paul and Marion Martin. I remember them well, especially because that Paul guy made a huge ruckus at the station. He was the one that ate too many chili dogs too, right?
And the anchovies. Oh yeah, I mentioned that at dinner. But I didn't tell you I hated liver, did I?
I hate anchovies myself, and I hate liver. That's all.
Why did you make a guess for that one?
Because you're stupid enough that I thought it'd fool you.
If you know so much about me, why didn't you say so when we first met?
Because I was suspicious of you.
Huh? Me? Why?
A year and a half ago, you found a hanged body in an abandoned house in another state. The state police came to us trying to determine the guy's identity. That's when I read your testimony, and it was real sketchy.
Sketchy? Why?
I understand you were looking for the guy who formerly lived in your apartment. But how did you track him down without even knowing his name or what he looked like? Said you followed notes, but when you were asked to show him, you said you lost them. You said you shot a man in the house, but there was no gunpowder on the gun, no dropped cartridges. Most importantly, nobody to shoot. And then you just happened to find that former tenant's corpse. You gotta know that's suspicious.
But it's true. I was led there by the notes he wrote. Once I found the body and called the police, I realized they were gone. And I did shoot someone, but I'm not sure if it was a person.
As you testified, but I guess that doesn't matter so much now. I was wary of you because of what you could have done. I didn't want to leave Helena with a madman. If you did anything even a little weird, I was gonna turn around and take my wife home.
Do you still distrust me?
When we first met on the boat, I intentionally told you that I was a detective. Somebody with something to hide would be alarmed. But then you just said cool, so I was a bit less wary. You might be crazy for all I know, but you haven't shown any sign of being dangerous. Listen, everyone's got bad stuff in their past. For somebody who shouldn't know it to dig it up and use it against you, that agitate and anger most people. He knows that well. He's showing off what he knows to upset all of you and control your actions. He's done it to you, to Richard, to Lance.
Lance, too?
He's an ex-journalist. Took photos of that job too. When he published articles, he signed his photos with LK. He investigated the state police during a sexual assault and murder case 3 years back, but went too far.
Bloody fireworks.
The victim's family and civil liberties group attacked him for invasion of privacy, and he was driven out of journalism.
How do you know about all that, Keith?
Because he's a detective.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I understand that those are the guy's methods, but how does he know all of our pasts in the first place?
The boogeyman lives in your closet, right? So, he's always watching. Watching when you nearly killed your mother. Watching when you were snuggling with your wife in bed.
Don't make threats like that.
He's only human. The appearance, the weapon, the info, it's all just to scare us.
You're taking it pretty well, though.
It's all cheap tactics. It's not going to scare me.
Yep, that's our detective. Nothing scares him, even though his wife might be in danger. Still calm.
If I let myself be shaken, you'd all follow suit. I can't protect anyone if I get distracted. A detective doesn't just go fishing for corpses. I've got my lousy pride and my duty. Can't just watch while someone kills people with a grin on their face.
Even if you're forsaking someone important to you?
What are you trying to say?
There's a big gap between your ideal and what you really want. It's contradictory. Isn't that painful for you? I wanted to be a pilot, but thinking about it now, I think I was just too stubborn to see anything else.
So?
You'll understand someday.
Thinking of taking a nap here? Let's go.
Keith, those things you said before, were you trying to make me angry?
I don't intend on telling anyone your history, nor your family problems. Sorry if you're still pissed.
No, it's fine. I guess I am kind of a brat.
Good. Learning about that again really is one thing. Okay, so not just the most direct route, but this. Looking closely, the frame is raised a little. You can't lift it. Let's push it instead.
Keith.
There. Excellent. A hidden route. Any fireworks going off in the background. A ladder going down. Let's go down the ladder. What the hell could go possibly wrong? There's an on the lock on the door. A 4-digit combination. Of course it would open. A statue of the Virgin Mary. We've already read the Bible. these pieces of paper. Hi. Somehow it exits the application when I enter through there. Don't get it. You can't get to the other. Oh, right, I see. That's a detour then. A little detour. Oh, again with that. Stop it, computer. It keeps exiting the application. I've got to read the notes first. You've already read through this. Now he hears the phone calls.
Hey, stop that, would you?
Huh?
Stop that thing. It's hurting my ears.
What does?
Your phone! I hate hearing phones ring. It's yours, right? Make it stop already!
Calm down.
Make it stop!
Calm down, please. Where are you hearing a phone ringing? There's no phone ringing. In fact, I think I lost my cell phone earlier. So please, calm down.
I hate it. I hate the sounds of phones.
Why?
Because it always brings bad news.
Let's not. We've already been through there. Already been through that. Okay, next protocol is to find out where to go. Where to go? Can't go through there. Can't go through here. Through here. Through here. Through there. Over here. That door has to lead somewhere is important. Yeah, climb a ladder. Let's go the long way down. Do-ba-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Oh, the phone rings again. What happens now?
I hope Keith and David are all right. It's been so long since they went out. Helena?
Thank goodness you're safe.
Where's Keith?
He went looking for you. Oh, but I'm so glad. Now we'll just wait for those two to return and...
Wait! Where are you going?
I have to go. That man's going to come. He'll catch me. Don't go, Helena. Stay here with us. You'll be all right.
Yes, Helena. You should be safe with us. To go out simply isn't...
Helena! Lan!
What are you thinking? You know how dangerous it is to go it alone?
Let go. If I don't run, that man will catch me.
So then why not stay with us? You gotta calm down, lady.
No! If I'm caught, Keith will...
Keith? What about Keith? Hey, I don't know what you're saying. Hey, wait!
That's a shocking turn of events.
Where'd she go?
We don't know.
Lance,
Ooh.
what are you doing out here?
You guys. Hey, we saw Helena. She was okay.
Really?
Yeah, but I lost her. We gotta catch up. She should be nearby.
Keith has nothing to say.
I'm taking you back to the room.
What? You going deaf? I told you your woman's close by.
And what's the plan if you're attacked? You can't run with that leg.
You... Don't you tell me what I can't do.
Lance, stop it.
You know, that cocky freak is scary. But in my eyes, you're scarier. I'm grateful that you saved me. But past that, you're shady as all get out. I never know what you're thinking. For all the lengths you go to save people, you never show any emotion. Never get upset. Not to mention knowing all about my past and trying to scare me with that. Just like that other guy. Tell me, why do you know about me?
I liked your articles about the Bronx incident. They were pretty on point. I was wondering when I could read more, but more never came, because the author had left journalism.
Huh?
When I heard your name, I had my suspicions, and it turned out I was right. One leading question, and I'd gotten you. I didn't mean to go fishing through your past. I just read your articles, and you talk just like your articles read. Really has that unpleasant attitude.
You should have told me that before. What'd you have to scare me for?
I just wanted to tease you for picking fights with everyone. Want to take it to court? I'll win.
Oh dear.
I really don't get you. Can't even tell if you're serious or a huge joker.
He's not a huge joker.
I can tell one thing. You're not just an unfeeling RoboCop. The whole never shaken thing is just an act, huh?
I shouldn't be inviting citizens to panic.
Stop saying crap about shoulds and shouldn'ts! Listen, I know. Deep down, you think we're just annoyances. Don't really care what happens to us. Because ultimately, we're total strangers. And you're sketchy as hell for trying to hide that. Why you gotta hide that? If we're just in your way, say it. Don't go so far protecting us that you'll kill yourself off. If you want to save your woman right now, then do it.
Go back to the room, Lance.
I'll look for Helena too.
Did you forget what I just said? You're an annoyance. Go away.
Right you are.
You go back with Lance.
Keith.
I'll be fine. Don't let him get hurt anymore. Go.
Do you think that's a great idea? I don't think so. Anyway, let's see what's gonna happen now. Are we gonna face off against the Boogie Man again? I hope so. I want to teach him a lesson about all the crap he's given us.
I've been waiting, Detective. I'm in a very bad mood right now, because I keep losing to you. Life really doesn't go the way you want it, huh? Even when you try to break up the monotonous days, it just doesn't work out. Sadly enough, even this fun game is almost over. Catch the boogeyman and you win. Happy end. But that's all right. I'll put up a good fight with you, Detective. Then we'll see what ending we're getting. It goes one way or the other. Victory or defeat. Nice and simple, right?
Yep. Nice and simple is what we need. Okay, I have no means to attack though. Literally, I have no means of attacking. Okay. Last time he just got his axe up. I literally have no weapons or anything to defend myself with. What is this BS? Literally, this is just impossible. Oh, that pauses the game and I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. I can't attack, I can't do anything. Oh right, I just push him, okay. Okay, now he gets his axe out. But obviously I'm gonna die from all this. That deals with the Boogie Man.
Who are you?
I'm not anyone, Detective. Looks like you did things out of order, Detective. But still, not bad.
Jesus.
Helena?
David, where's Keith?
We came here together earlier, then we split up. He must be that way. Let's go look for him.
Keith! Keith! Please, Keith, get up!
Don't move him, Helena. First we need to stop the bleeding.
Helena, are you there?
I am. It's okay, Keith. We'll stop the bleeding.
Can't see blood in my eyes. Helena, you there?
No. Please, Keith. Please. Hold on. Please. Don't leave me. You're the only one I can't lose.
Helena? Helena, what's wrong?
Huh?
You were crying. Have a bad dream?
I had an awful dream.
What was it like?
I don't want to remember it.
No.
Helena, you need to wake up soon.
I want to sleep a little longer.
Wake up, Helena. The bad dreams are always the real ones.
Hmm? Hello? Shirley?
Were you asleep, Helena?
I was dreaming.
What kind of dream?
A happy dream.
Good. I'm glad you can get some sleep. Do you think you can eat anything? I'm done cleaning the storeroom, so I thought I'd make you something.
I'm not hungry.
You need to eat, Helena. It's not healthy. I'll make you something simple.
Thanks for your help, Shirley, but it's fine. You don't have to do anything. I'm just glad you came.
If you can get to sleep, then maybe you should sleep. But isn't it chilly by the window? Come to the bedroom.
I want to be here right now. It's my favorite place. I always like to see my son coming home from kindergarten, or Keith coming home from work.
This must be a great place then. Helena, you remind me of a friend of mine. She got along really well with her husband. So, when her husband left, she was very depressed. She told me that her son's support helped her get her back on her feet. She was a really good person. When I was introduced to her, she told me she was glad to have a daughter-in-law. But I didn't know much about becoming anyone's family. I thought, if my parents threw me away, how could I ever be a part of a stranger's family? And she noticed my worry, so she told me this. While I had an unhappy marriage, through it, I met my beloved son. But not everyone can have such happy meetings. So, if you're unsure, I won't mind if you run away. Ultimately, I let anxiety get the best of me and I ran. And by the time I resolved to come back, she was already gone. I still regret my cowardice, but I know it's too late. David seemed to think that you and Keith didn't get along, but I never thought that for a second. You were always so concerned for Keith, and Keith always sounded kind when he spoke to you. I knew you must have really valued each other. I thought I'd like to be like that myself, but it's not so easy. I still don't know how to go about it.
I'm sure you just need lots of wonderful memories. It's okay, Shirley. You two will be just fine.
Thanks. Why do the people so close to you always have to go so soon?
Hello?
Helena, sorry, I was cleaning the living room and I broke something.
Hold on, what did you break?
A glass cat?
You broke a Swarovski ornament! What are you doing?
That's why I said I should clean the storeroom. You know I'm clumsy.
There's even more stuff in there. That would be a disaster.
Say what?
You two are just too adorable. There's nothing to worry about, Shirley. You're a wonderful pair. I know you'll get on fine. I don't want any more bad dreams. I'm exhausted. I just want to have happy dreams.
Helena!
Yeah. She did that.
No, please!
She planned it all along. I mean, why would there be another reason why would she sit by the window side? Bad ending for Happy Dream. All of these endings, folks, so far have been bad ones, but I've seen that there is a good ending to this game. But it is going to be a very long process, so it's going to be some time before I manage to complete it, because obviously I need to cycle through the game and make sure that I know the steps in order to complete it. But I'll do that investigation outside of the recording. So take care of yourself, folks. I hope you enjoyed that part. That last part was both of a surprise and not a surprise. I mean, why would Helena be sitting next to the window for any other reason? When she just wants to have happy dreams, obviously she meant that she didn't want any more dreams at all. And it's kind of horrible to think about that. So this game is brilliant. It's lived up to its predecessors, both the Crooked Man and the Sandman, in flying colours. This is an excellent game. So I shall see you folks on the last time of the Boogie Man, where we shall be completing the conundrum of the happy ending. Have a wonderful day and take care of yourselves.